Hey everyone, so I wanted to do this quick video here as I'm trying to get all of my offers written. It's the end of the month. There's a couple of houses going off very, very quickly here, so I'm trying to get my offers done for my buyers. I've been able to get 3 houses sold this month, and all of that's all in process. But I do have a couple of buyer offers going off for right Monday, trying to get that done before the the Lions game today. And it's funny because we don't have any furniture left in the house. So all of that was hauled out today as we bring some new furniture in later on this week. But wanted to just show you that currently in Windsor, and so what I do is I only focus on Windsor LaSalle Tecumseh, which is basically our GTA. It's the WTA, if you will. I don't go out into Amherstburg. I don't go out into Leamington and look at all of that data. But there are just 590 listings, in the area. Now, if we open up results, then what we see is that we have 25 listings that are rentals on the first page. We have another 25 listings of rentals on the second page. We have another 25 listings of rentals on the third page. If you're following along, that's 75. And then on the fourth page, so 75, another 25 listings, so that's 100 rentals. Another 25, that's 125 rentals. Another page, that's 150 rentals. And another page. So there's 175, let's see, 150, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. There's 167 rentals of our 590. So if we take 590, let me get my calculator out here quickly. 590 minus, what was it, 165 I think we said? 167 I think it was, whatever it was. 590 minus 167 is 423. That means we only have 423 of supply. Very, very, very low supply of houses in the city of Windsor. Okay, so 423 of supply. Okay, got that written down. Now, if we look at supply, we've got what? Let's call it 8 there. Let's go next. We've got 25. Next. Let's kind of cut it off there. We got 50. We got 58 under 370 asking. And then we've got, let's jump over to this and show you how difficult this is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We've got 15 there, plus 25. So 25 plus 15 is 40. My fingers, because of COVID. 25. 65, 25, 90, Okay, so another 25. So we got 115 houses that are above 950, let's call it. We'll just round it up a little bit because when you're talking about $2,000, who cares? Okay. So we only have 423 of supply. So 58 divided by 423 is 13.7% of our market is under $370,000. And 115 divided by 423, 27.1% of our market is over 950, so that's for rich folk. So when we think about it, what's the average folk got to choose from? So 58 plus 115 is a total of 173, divided by that by 423. Only 40% of our market here in the Windsor market, looking at the math, only 40% of our market is for normal supply. And 27.1% of our market is for rich folk. And only 13.7% of our market are for people that only qualify for 370 or less. So you can see how the housing affordability problem in the city of Windsor is massive. Now, the other thing was that if we do a quick search and we just go residential and we only look at sold houses for the week. Last week we sold 54 houses for $28 million. So then if I come in here and I just click sold, then you have to bear with my hands because they don't work well after COVID. COVID damaged my ability to be able to click little buttons. So then if we look at sold and we only come out and we say, okay, what sold? Where were we at? We were at the 27th. So the 19th to the 27th in the city of Windsor. And we only look at what sold. And we go here and only look at that. Our results were 46. We sold 46. So last week was 54. This week was 46. Okay? Now, if we sell 46 houses, and if we pull this up and we look at results, you'll see that we sold very few houses under $370,000. And if we even go one step further and we say, okay, let's go ahead and insert a column here. Let's go ahead and say sold price. Just go down here and find sold price. Bear with me for just a second. Normally I have this all done and it's done in my video, but I wanted to show you how I put this together as well too, so that you can see how this, the rational part of it, sale price, is what I'm looking for. Just bear with me for my fingers. After that damage from COVID. Okay. And so you can see how we sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 houses out of our 46. So 12 divided by 46. So 26% of our sales were under 370. And then if we go out to here, you can see that for the week we only sold one house above 950. It's crazy, isn't it? We have 27% of our supply, yet we only sold one on the freaking week. So there's massive supply above 950. So we could say, oh, there's lots of houses available for sale in Windsor. Hell no. There's no houses available in the city of Windsor for normal people. Very little supply. And even the rich people ain't buying. So we have no supply for normal people. We have tons of supply for rich people. And we sold 46 houses on the week, which was still a good week, don't get me wrong. It's just that we're burning through all of our middle supply. We only have 17% of our supply is houses under 370 and 26% of them sold. And then we have 27% of our supply above 950 and only one of them sold for the whole week. There is no supply in the city of Windsor. If you have a house that is a normal house, now is a great time to be selling it because there's no supply. None whatsoever. And if you're looking for a house under $300,000, let me just go back. Click here. Bear with me. If you're looking for a house under $300,000, there was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. That's all. For the whole week, 7 of them. And if we go a little bit further and we say, geez, which ones of these were under their asking price? Let's look at Ford. I guarantee you that Ford was probably, let's just look at it quickly, $984 Ford. This is what 230 gets you in the city of Windsor. Now, it's livable, it looks like, but its foundation ain't any good. I can tell you that just by looking at the photos. It's kind of clean. It's been painted. Okay, great. It's got a little backyard. Okay, great. But that's what you get for 230. So then, okay, so then the question becomes, what do I get for, let's say, 300, Brian? So here's Ellis. That was 288. That's the closest to 300 we can get. Right on the alleyway. Decent little house. 288. And what else do we have here? Oh, let's look at this one on Liberty. Sold for $202,000. Right on the freeway. Or whatever this great big brick wall is. It's a building of some kind. Knotty Pine. It's got brick. It's got a little yard to it. That's 200,000. Small little house, 200,000. And then let's go out and let's look at what we were able to buy with our $1 million, in this case. 1.1 million, or 1.2, it actually sold just a touch over. So Wales and LaSalle, for all those rich financial whales out there. It's brand new construction. It's not even built. But look what little you get. You get a little home office, you get a little bit of a stairway, you get a great big area back here with a kitchen, but this is all really super narrow. And then you get a little laundry room and a little bit of a bathroom here. That's all you get. And then you get a bedroom, a bedroom, a bathroom, a bedroom, and some kind of a big fancy master bathroom thingy with three toilets for some reason, or 2 toilets for some reason. So that's what you get. You get a 3-bedroom house on a small floor plan. Looks kind of nice. Assuming you get some landscaping, but chances are you don't even get the landscaping as well too. And that's what's sold, brand new construction. Somebody came in and said, oh, let me go ahead and this is to be built, so let's go ahead and build it. And they'll get started on Lennon development. We'll get started on building it then. Let's go back and say, oh, what could we get for 925? James Crescent in, that's in Tecumseh. Huh. Not bad. Now here, these houses, you got to watch out for Kitech plumbing, because all of these houses were built with Kitech plumbing back in the day. So Kitech becomes very, very important in this house. It's on a court, all brick, 2-story, great neighborhood, of course, too. Hardwood floors. Okay. Family room. Kitchen. Dining room. $925. Laundry room. Carpeted upstairs. Some hardwood in the floor in the bedrooms. Master is carpeted. Master bath with a big sunken tub that nobody ever uses anymore. Small little kind of corner shower thingy here where you're hitting your elbows and stuff. But there's all this space up here. Massive space. But they never thought to take the shower, which everybody uses now, and make it bigger. And get rid of this frickin' thing in the corner. Nobody ever uses that any longer. Walk-in closet. Some hardwood floors here in this bedroom. Little office area. And then a basement. Notice how there's very, very low windows here in this basement. You can't really do anything with this basement. You'd have to end up digging out and putting in window wells to be able to safely use this basement for anything. That's why everybody always calls me and says, oh, I can put extra. No, you can't, because there's no windows in the frickin' basement. We don't build houses with the correct windows in the basement. We just don't do it. Why we don't do it, I have no clue. But we don't do it. Of course, there's the backyard with a nice little, small little porch on it and a pool. Not a whole lot of landscaping back here. Oh, just sold a car. It's good. Private backyard, a little bit of nice fencing kind of thing. And that's $925. That's Tecumseh, good spot. You have pavers down for your driveway. You don't even have concrete for your driveway. Every so often, the pavers will end up getting, whoop-de-doos in them, and you got to rip them back up, and you got to put them back down, probably roughly every 6 or 7 years. They start looking crappy, and weeds come into the middle of it. Just looks crappy. But that's what you get for $925 here in the city of Windsor. Pretty good house, brick. You just have to be very cautious with what the plumbing is there. So that gives you an idea. Now let's go back and let's look at just a common house. Let's say 500,000, city of Windsor. Okay. We'll go back to our criteria and we'll find something. Let's see here. Everts. Okay. Was listed at $489, sold for $545. That's right in the middle there. A brick ranch. A decent long brick ranch with a big garage. Oh, stone driveway. It's been opened up. It's been renovated. It's gray. New kitchen put into it because they flipped it. They bought it and they spruced it up and get ready to sell it. Sell it. Profit. Take profit. But then look at this. Again, I just don't get it. Small little shower. Your elbows will hate you. Small little bedrooms. The master, they put this sink here just to be able to put a sink into the master. And then a storage area down below. Small window, notice again, just pointed it out again to all you Toronto people watching. Small little teeny tiny windows in the basement. Can't do anything legally with the basement because you can't get out in a fire. Nice big bathroom down here with some kind of treatment on the floor. Okay, they tiled the bathroom down here. Okay, that's pretty good. And then some kind of a movie room. Oh, let's go ahead and plug a movie room in since there's no windows in the basement. Oh, okay, we'll put, oh, there. Wait a second. We did have one little window here in case there was a fire while you were watching your movie. And then we've got this backyard with this sunken built-in metal pool kind of thing. Those don't really work out that well. And a decent deck. The deck there is probably $6,000, $7,000 to be able to do. And a pergola or whatever you want to call that. Capicola. Just teasing. And some kind of a tree fort. Okay, great. And a one-car, somehow thought out, some kind of a garage, which apparently isn't a garage, it's some extra office space. Or possibly an extra living unit. Maybe that's what they did there. Oh, let's make this an extra living unit. And yeah, I think it is an extra living unit because then these folks have this little storage, this little space to be able to come out and sit. So that's what you get again for, and that wasn't too bad of a price when you think about it. I mean, for $550,000, you get an extra living space that you could always rent out. Now, one other thing. Notice how this is South Walkerville, or South Windsor, sorry. This is South Windsor. It is on a massive lot, 75-foot lot. The house sold for $545. Yet their taxes are just $3,100. They've never redone the taxes in South Walkerville. That's where the mayor, who's a strong mayor now, gets all of his votes from to keep power. So they've never gone back in and reassessed all of South Windsor. It's one of the cheapest areas in the whole city to live in because that's where everybody votes for the mayor. He keeps his power that way. I'm not going to allow them to raise your taxes. But all the rest of us are seeing our taxes go up 4.2% this year. So the folks in South Windsor are only seeing a $31,000 by 4.2%. They're only seeing a $130 increase in their taxes. Whereas the rest of us over here in South Windsor with a 30-foot lot, think about that, only one lot. This is like 2 lots here for $3,100. And we have just a 30-foot lot. And our taxes are about $6,000 a year, and they're going to go up by 4.2%. So our taxes are going up $252. How is that fair? Shouldn't the newer assessed properties only go up, say, 2%, and the older unassessed properties go up 4.6% to make it fair? But that's the problem with the strong mayor. And that's why I don't know that a strong mayor situation in Canada is going to survive the test of lawyers. Because lawyers can very easily file a discrimination complaint against us, and we can easily show the math that, wait a second, this isn't kosher in Canada. How is this even kosher? How are you allowed to take people that have had their properties reassessed and increase their taxes more than people who you're sheltering, who you've never reassessed, and have them pay less? That would seem like that would be discriminatory, especially here in Canada. And I believe there's just a matter of time before lawyers end up filing lawsuits about this stuff. This doesn't make any sense. So that's that for this video on Windsor's real estate market. You can get a good look at what you can buy here for $500,000, $550,000. Not a bad house. You just can't put any bedrooms in the basement because it doesn't have legal windows to get out in a fire. We don't think about that down here. We just don't. Our houses are so cheap down here, we sit there and say, why in the hell would anybody want to live with somebody else? Just buy a house. And there are a whole hell of a lot of houses for rent right now in the city of Windsor. I haven't even looked at Amherstburg or Leamington or any of the other market with that. Just a hell of a lot of houses that are for rent right now. Massive sum of houses that are for rent right now that aren't even available for sale. But that's what our market is. There's very few houses for sale. Almost everything is owned by investors. And our population is exploding down here, which is why our properties values are going to be soaring here in the spring. We're bringing in 2,500 people for the battery plant. And the battery plant is this massive complex. It is just massive. Have I said massive enough for you? It is massive. Stunningly massive. It will be the most massive vacant building in the city of Windsor and in all of Ontario 3 years from now, when nobody buys electric cars. It will be the most stunninglyest, massivest of buildings. It'll end up becoming a warehouse. They'll start putting groceries in there or whatever it'll be. And there'll be a whole bunch of forklifts driving around in a massive building, shipping stuff around the globe from Windsor once the battery plant fails. We're going to get a massive new bridge, which is going to be great. Because even if the battery plant fails, then they can put other industries in this massive complex. And the battery plant won't work. Nobody's buying electric cars. Look at what Tesla just did. Went from $250 a share down to $180 a share when they admitted that, nobody's buying electric cars. Oh. And we can't be profitable building an electric car. Look at what Ford and General Motors are doing. They're scaling back all their electric car production. They're not profitable. We got to be profitable on our electric cars. So we're just going to go back to building gas-powered cars, which is what everybody wants. Give me a gas-powered car. Give me something efficient in a gas-powered car. With a little bit of power, please. Or a little bit of speed so that I can actually get up to speed. I don't know why we're not building Fiat 500 turbos like what I have. It's an awesome car. It's small. It doesn't get the greatest fuel economy in the world because I'm driving it. And it's ultra fast. It's very quick. And it's relatively safe, I think, as well, too. I think its crash studies were pretty good back in the day. I don't plan on crashing mine. So maybe that's what we need to do, is build little 1.4 liter cars rather than electric cars that can't hold a charge. 95% of Teslas are still on the road today. Only 5% of them made it home. And I deal with that all of the time in the real estate business. Toronto Realtors, what car? I have to ask, what car are you driving? Oh, I'm driving my Tesla now. Okay, great. I won't worry about you coming to town. And they said, what do you mean? So, well, you're going to have all kinds of charging problems around London when your battery goes dead. And the London charging stations don't work very well, I'm told. So I won't plan on you getting here for your appointment because you're driving a Tesla. It's one of the least dependable cars on the road from a charging perspective. Unless you happen to leave, if your appointment's in Windsor at 3 o'clock and you leave Toronto at 8 o'clock in the morning, you might get here on time. But why would anybody do that? It only takes 3.5 hours to go from downtown Toronto to downtown Windsor in a regular gas-powered car. Why would you take 8 hours to get to Windsor in a battery-powered car? I don't get it. I don't understand it. So maybe this New World Order people, I'm not sure. But anyways, I digress. That's what's going on here in the city of Windsor. It gives you a good resource about what's going on in the market here in Windsor. And gives you kind of a little bit of insight about, gee, maybe we should go back to building gas-powered small cars. Because if battery-powered cars aren't affordable for a person to buy and are not being sold and they're not profitable selling them, then why not just go back to little cars? Little cars weren't profitable, but at least they were being sold. That's a good thing. And they actually held up their value pretty well. My little Fiat 500 that I bought 2 years ago is still really worth the same kind of money as what I paid for it. I paid, I think it was $11,000. I think that's what it's worth today, about $11,000. Well, you have to do a little bit of tweaking to it, spend $600-700 on it. Get it just spit shined and ship shape if I was going to go and sell it, but I'm not planning on selling it. Sitting out there on the road right now in the freezing cold temperatures, starts right up, drives like a champ. So anyways, I digress, but if you have any questions about the Windsor real estate market, don't hesitate to give me a call. I got to get some offers done here before the Lions play. And I will get to work. Have a great day. If you have any questions about the Windsor real estate market, please don't hesitate to give me a call, 519-995-6145. I am Brian. If you are a seller of real estate in the city of Windsor and you are above 55 years old, congratulations. You automatically qualify for my seniors discount. It's part of the reason I'm probably going to sell 5 houses. Well, I might get 5 houses in if I keep my fingers crossed this month. I'm kind of running out of time. But everything carries over into February anyway. So have a great day. Let me know if I can help in any way. Bye-bye.